In the heart of Kent, England, lies a place where the veil between worlds feels unnervingly thin. Daring Wood, a sprawling ancient woodland, is known to locals not by its given name, but by another far more sinister title, the Screaming Woods. For centuries, this forest has been the source of chilling tales, its silence broken by phantom screams and unexplained whispers that drift through the canopy. As twilight descends, the woods seem to come alive, and the very air grows heavy with the weight of its dark history. Tonight, we delve into the first chapter of its most enduring and terrifying legend. Our story begins in the 18th century, a time when lawlessness thrived in the shadows of England's countryside. The dense, labyrinthine paths of Daring Wood provided the perfect sanctuary for those who lived outside the law. Among them was a figure whose name became a whispered curse on the lips of every traveler, a ruthless highwayman. He was a master of ambush, using the twisting trails and thick foliage to his advantage. Hidden within the forest's depths, he would lie in wait, preying on wealthy merchants and unsuspecting carriages that dared to pass through his domain. His reputation grew with every successful robbery, a phantom of the woods who seemed to melt back into the trees as quickly as he appeared. For years, he terrorized the local roads, his network of hideouts making him an impossible target for the authorities. But his reign of fear fueled a burning desire for vengeance among the local villagers. They had lost too much to this ghost of the forest. One fateful night, they set a trap. Banding together, armed with pitchforks and torches, they finally cornered the notorious robber, chasing him deep into the heart of the woods he once called his fortress. There would be no trial, no judge, only swift and brutal justice. Pinned against the cold, rough bark of a great oak, the highwayman met his grim end. The villagers, consumed by their rage, carried out his execution on the very spot where he had plotted so many of his crimes. They believed they had purged the woods of its menace, but they had only succeeded in anchoring his tormented soul to the place of his demise. It is said that his spirit never left the forest, forever bound to the ancient oak where his life was taken. To this day, travelers and paranormal investigators report seeing a shadowy figure lurking near this very tree, the ghost of the highwayman still guarding his former territory. Many who venture into Daring Wood after dark speak of an overwhelming sense of being watched, of a malevolent presence that follows their every step. They hear footsteps echoing their own and catch fleeting glimpses of movement just beyond the reach of their light. While the highwayman's spirit remains tethered to the violent moment of his demise, he is far from the only tormented soul trapped within the suffocating embrace of Daring Wood. Another ghost, driven by a different kind of duty, walks a lonely, endless patrol through the ancient trees, his footsteps echoing through centuries of silence. This spectral sentinel is an 18th century army colonel, a figure of authority and discipline even in death. Countless visitors have reported seeing the apparition of a man in a crisp, red-coated uniform, marching with unwavering purpose through the densest parts of the forest. He appears indifferent to the modern world, ignoring the weather, the time of day, and the terrified onlookers who cross his path. His gaze is fixed forward, his back ramrod straight, forever executing a phantom march to a destination he will never reach. The origins of this restless spirit are shrouded in conflicting local legends, each offering a tragic explanation for his eternal duty. One version of the tale claims he was a deserter, a man of high rank who, overcome by shame and the fear of capture, chose to end his own life within the wood's secluded depths. In this narrative, his endless patrol is a self-imposed penance, a desperate attempt to reclaim the honor he lost. Another more brutal story suggests he was captured and executed by his own men for his act of cowardice. They say his own soldiers, disgusted by his betrayal, carried out the sentence right here, leaving his body to the elements as a stark warning to others. These two grim possibilities paint a picture of a man cornered by his fate. Sightings are almost always concentrated in a specific area of the woods, where walkers report hearing the crunch of unseen boots on dry leaves and the faint authoritative bark of an officer's voice, a ghostly echo of a forgotten military drill. Following the supposed route of the colonel's patrol, one can almost feel the weight of his sorrow. The path winds deeper into the woods, where the canopy thickens and the air grows still and heavy. Each snap of a twig sounds like a footstep just behind you, each gust of wind like a whispered command. But the ghosts of soldiers and highwaymen are but whispers of the past, echoes of historical tragedies. In 1948, a far more chilling and immediate event stained these woods, a modern massacre that remains unexplained to this day, adding a fresh layer of horror to this ancient, haunted place. The ghosts of Daring Wood are echoes of its violent past, spectral remnants of lives cut short within these ancient trees. We've heard the tales of the highwayman and the soldier, figures forever tethered to this haunted ground. But the darkest chapter in the forest's history is not a ghost story. It's a real unsolved mystery that forever changed the nature of its haunting. This is the story of the Black Day of Pluckley. It began on Halloween night 1948. As the village of Pluckley settled in, several residents reported seeing inexplicable lights dancing deep within Daring Wood. They were not the familiar glow of lanterns or campfires, but something otherworldly, accompanied by strange, unnerving sounds that seemed to defy natural explanation. The unease settled over the village like a fog, but no one dared venture into the darkness to investigate. The following morning, the true horror was uncovered. A local dog walker, drawn by his distressed pet, stumbled upon a scene of unimaginable tragedy. In a small clearing, 20 people from a local gypsy camp lay dead. Among them were 11 children. The local authorities were baffled. Post-mortem examinations revealed no signs of a struggle, no wounds, no indication of violence. The official cause of death was recorded as carbon monoxide poisoning, a conclusion that satisfied few and fueled decades of suspicion and fear. The official story left too many questions unanswered, creating a vacuum that was quickly filled with rumor and speculation. What were those strange lights seen the night before? Why were 20 people, including so many children, gathered together in that specific clearing in the dead of night? The carbon monoxide theory seemed improbable in an open-air forest. Was it a bizarre group ritual gone horribly wrong, a tragic, unexplainable accident? Or was it something else entirely, something so sinister the truth had to be buried? After the Black Day, the haunting of Daring Wood changed. The solitary whispers of its older ghosts were drowned out by a new, more terrifying chorus of sound. The forest's sorrow had been given a new voice. Locals and paranormal investigators now claim the infamous screams that give the woods their name belong to the 11 children lost on that fateful day. The strange, ethereal lights of 1948 are said to reappear, drawing the curious and the brave to the site of the tragedy. Visitors to the clearing report an overwhelming, crushing sense of sorrow, a profound grief that clings to the air, and a sudden, bone-chilling cold that manifests even on the warmest of days.